Hi, my name is Waugh. I'm the current Vice President for Campaigns with USI and I'm a recent graduate from DIT. When I was a student at DIT, I was sleeping on the couch for 2 to 3 weeks because I had nowhere to live because rent was so high and accommodation was so scarce. I was a student who was ringing Susie every day asking where my grant was. I was a student who went into college every day not knowing I was going to drop out. Eventually, I was a student who went to the bank and now I sit here before you, a graduate with a €6,000 loan hanging over my head. So I campaign every day to make sure that students don't have to go through that, and the students do to make it a little bit better. So far, I've secured €30,000 in funding for a student accommodation campaign for homes.usi.ie. Through our pre-budget campaign, I've secured €3 million in funding for a student assistance fund. With Chats for Change, we've reached 4 million students online and 3 million through readership for our mental health campaign. As well, nurses' wage, because of my research and negotiations with the INMO, we've seen an increase in student nurses' wage and incremental credit as well when they graduate. So I suppose that's what I've done. It's more about what I want to do next year is why I think you should vote for me. So one of my priorities for next year will be the idea of fees and loans. I'm totally opposed to them, and I think USI needs to be stronger on the issue as well. So I'm thinking about continuing on education is as a recognisable brand. Again, make it a year-long campaign, kind of like we did this year. But I want to see a lot more local actions starting basically from April until a national action, which will be in the form of a demonstration in Dublin. So this will be including Students Against Fees groups, any groups in college that are opposed to fees or the idea of a loan scheme coming through, and as well building a coalition with trade unions like the TUI, SIPTU, Impact, which is already in place at the moment. Another key issue for me is student accommodation. The €30,000, I want to see an evidence-based approach introduced. We're talking about research, finding out how many students actually need accommodation. So when we go lobbying, we don't hear back, oh, but we just hear anecdotal evidence of a few case studies. We actually have concrete numbers. If we saw the nurses campaign, that's what TDs want, that's what we need, is actual evidence to show students need accommodation. Around the area of nurses, I want to move away from the finance and move into something else like bullying. A lot of students from our research found or experienced bullying on placement in some shape or form, either being pressured into working more hours or basically being belittled in front of patients. So I want to work a little bit more and roll out a national programme through colleges and hospitals to kind of counteract that kind of negative culture. So that's kind of just 3 of my main ideas. You can find more of my ideas online on Facebook for Dan for USI. But I suppose the reason why I want you to re-elect me is because I believe education is the public good. I believe education should be accessible to anyone who wants to go, and I believe that students like me, like yourselves maybe, and students in your college should have the opportunity to go to college and not be blocked or pushed out as well.